Hello, welcome to MET 120 Supplemental Learning Modules at Old Dominion University. You're about to watch a module about how to create keys and pins in Autodesk AutoCAD in 2D. So first of all, you should go to the content center, and then here in you'll see in fasteners, you have the option to select different pins. And then in the shaft, you'll be able to select different keys under the shaft generators. So I will show you later how to, when you go to content shaft generator, how you can select different kinds of keys. So first thing, you will click on the icon shaft generator, and then second, it will ask you, do you want to create a new shaft? And we will start creating new shaft and then specify center line endpoint. Then, for example, to select a gear, and then select different kinds of options for the gear. And then you will be able to add standard parts, and then you'll get into the key creation. So if I go here to the shaft, and I'll select the shaft generator, and specify starting point. I'll select maybe 0, 0, and then select somewhere endpoint, and then I can select, for example, gears. I can select standard parts, and here under standard parts you can find the parallel keys, you can find another Woodruff keys or any other keys that you will need to import. So for example, you might select parallel front keys like I have here in the presentation. For example, I will select parallel, front, square, and then I will specify insertion point on a contour, for example, from left to right. So if I go back to the AutoCAD, I might select parallel keys, front, square, and then maybe I can say where exactly I would put my pin, or maybe try to find another. I mean, it has to be the right dimensions. So that's how you can add pins from there. So standard part. Sorry, I click on the. So if I click standard parts and then I select parallel keys, front, square, and then I specify insertion point. But you have to find the valid part. And another thing I wanted to show you in this presentation is also how you can access different kinds of pins. You might have the cylindrical pins, taper pins, groove drive studs, cotter pins, and so on. So it's also under the cylindrical pins. So if I go here, pins, and I can find exactly some of these pins, and I can dimension and insert some of these. So I will go back to AutoCAD, and you see here under the shaft you have different kinds of things: rings, seals, shaft lock nut, different kinds of keys. Or if you use the shaft generator, you can always create a shaft here, and then, for example, another part as you go. So you see you have different kinds of levels. So on your shaft, then you can add different kinds of elements. So for example, you can add, if you click here, you can add different keys. Like I said, front, square, and then if I select different kinds of insertion points, you can add that. Or you can add different kinds of pins. So here under pins, select the center line on the shaft. I might select this kind of shaft. And then you can find here keys and in hubs. But also for pins, I can find cylindrical pins, for example, or any other of special ones that you have. And then I might have here insertion point for my pin. And then you can select standard duty, heavy duty, light duty, and so on. So you can then build as you go. And if I want to add another kind of pin, I can say maybe another insertion point and then select another kind of pin going up or down. So in this way I can build while I'm doing that. Or you can add different rivets and also different kinds of elements for your shaft. Thank you for watching this video. And again, in this video, I want to show you how you can access different kinds of standard parts. In this case, one were keys and the other one were, so in this case we had the parallel key and the other one was pins. And you can see if you go to content, you have a bunch of different pins. So if you click on this icon, go to cylindrical pin, and then select insertion point and rotation angle, you'll be able to place your pin on the drawing.